ever worked on a project where the file names keep multiplying? Project draft, final for real this time. Yeah, we have all been there. Now imagine doing that, but with thousands of lines of code across 5 developers working from 5 different cities. Sounds like a recipe for chaos, right? That's exactly why Git and GitHub exist. They help developers collaborate smoothly, track every change, and avoid absolute disaster. But here's the catch. Git and GitHub are not the same thing. Most people mix them up, and that's totally okay. So hey folks, welcome to NIIT, where tech and growth are made simple. And today we'll talk about Git versus GitHub, what they do, how they are different, and why you absolutely need to know them. So what exactly is Git? Here's the simplest way to think of it. Git is like a time machine for your code, created by Linus. Yes, the guy who named Linux. Git is a version control system. It helps developers save changes in their projects, restore previous versions if something breaks, and work on different features without messing up the main code. Imagine this. You and 3 other friends are writing a novel. One is working on the ending, one's improving the chapter, and the third is fixing typos throughout. You each use your own notebook, so you don't mess with each other's work. Once you are done, you combine your updates into the final version, and that's exactly how Git works, but for a code. Each developer creates their own branch, a separate line of development. They make commits, snapshots of their changes. Once everything's working, they merge those branches back into the main code base. No overwritten files, no accidental deletions, no chaos. Alright, let's break down some of the core Git concepts. First up, repository or repo for short. Think of it as your project's home base, a folder where Git tracks every single file and every single change. Next, commit. A commit is like pressing save game in your favorite video game. It captures your progress at that exact moment. So if anything breaks later, you can always roll back to this save spot. Then we have the branch. Imagine you are testing a new idea, maybe a new feature or a design tweak. A branch lets you experiment freely without touching the main code. It's like working in a sandbox, safe and separate. Now, once you're happy with those changes, you merge them back into the main storyline, combining your updates with everyone else's work. Then there's the push and pull. Push means you're sending your changes from your computer to the cloud, usually GitHub. Pull means you're grabbing the latest changes made by your teammates, so you're always up to date. And finally, roll back. Did something break? No worries. Git lets you jump back in time to a previous version where everything was working just fine. Clean, organized, and fully in your control. That's the power of Git. Now, let's talk about GitHub, where things get super collaborative. If Git is your engine, GitHub is your garage, racetrack, and dashboard. GitHub is a web-based platform built around Git. It lets you host your repositories online, collaborate with developers globally, track bugs, review code, manage tasks, and showcase your projects all in one place. You can think of GitHub like a social network for developers, but one where the likes are pull requests, issues, and commits. So, what's the real difference between Git and GitHub? Let's break it down side by side. Git is a tool, a version control system. It lives locally on your machine and helps you track and manage changes in your code. On the other hand, GitHub is a platform. It's cloud-based and built around Git. It lets you host your projects online, collaborate with others, review code, manage tasks, and many more. Here's an important distinction. To use GitHub, you need Git. But to use Git, you don't need GitHub. So if we had to sum it up in one line, Git is the system, GitHub is the stage where that system shines. Now let's bring this to life with a real-world example. Assume you're building an e-commerce website. Your front-end developer works on a front-end branch. backend APIs are built in a server branch. A QA tester logs bugs in GitHub issues. Pull requests are reviewed before merging into the main branch. Everything is organized, transparent, and trackable. Even better, GitHub Actions can automatically test your code or deploy it live once you hit merge. It's modern software development done right. Wait, there's more. You might think GitHub is just for software developers, but that's not the whole story. Writers use GitHub to track changes in documentation, just like version control for their drafts. Data scientists use it to share and collaborate on Jupyter notebooks, tracking data analysis, models, and results. Designers use GitHub to manage iterations of UI components and collaborate with developers. And even educators use it to assign coding exercises, review student submissions, and provide feedback all in one organized space. So really, GitHub is no longer just a tool for coders. It's becoming a full-fledged digital collaboration space for anyone working on projects that evolve, iterate, and grow. To wrap it up, Git is your local, powerful version control engine. GitHub is the global platform where that power becomes collaborative magic. Together, they make teamwork smoother, faster, and safer. Whether you are building an app, analyzing data, or creating the next big tech product, join NIIT's full stack development with GenAI Honors program and take the first step in securing your future. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with your team, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech breakdowns that actually make sense. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.